Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Lord of the Rings Online on my level 41 minstrel. And we are still in Angmar. We are going through the zone. We just made it here to Aughaire. I think that's how you say it. And we're going to help the people here. I'm not going to read all of the quest like I normally do. There's a ton of stuff here. We're going to focus mainly on these main quest lines. The Nog has said that we need to help these three people to actually move the quest along, for lack of a better word. So we're going to talk to them, see what they need. Let's start with Aughaire.
I would speak with you, Southron.
Our chieftain is testing you, Southron. If you are stout of heart, you will prove yourself worthy. If you are not, I do not lie when I say that coming here will be your greatest mistake. Some days past, I was surprised by a pair of wargs among the foothills north of Aughaire. They are vicious, dangerous creatures, and my escape was made more difficult by the refusal to lead their pair by straight paths to the settlement. But this would not do. But I am fleet of foot and know the land hard about, and it made it back safely if winded. But the wargs are newly arrived to Dizzarian, and it will not be, I guess that's another word for Angmar, and it will not be long before they make it here. Defeat those dangerous creatures. You will find them not only in Dizzarian, but also within the fortress of Tor Galvin, northeast of Aughaire. Whether they guard the Treb Dumverdane, they or serve as jailers, I do not know. But I know they must be defeated. Either way, if you do this, I will tell Cragnog of your victory. Okay, so maybe I was incorrect about no, I was. That's not stand for Angmar. It's just this area out here in front of their village. So let's talk to Torquil.
It has been long since we have known peace.
My brothers were great warriors, and they gained much honor in the battle against Treb Dumverdane and the orcs of Angmar. All spoke highly of them, and both women and men called them mighty. But even in the mightiest of men can be felled by a single arrow loosed from hiding, and so it was with my brothers. Orcs beset them by the cave Morphil, and they were defeated. I petitioned Cragnar for vengeance, and now he sees fit to unleash you upon the orcs in my stead. I hope you are worthy, for if strength is found lacking, it will go poorly for you. The entrance to Morphil is in Dizzarian, east of Aughaire. Defeat the orcs in and around the cave and make them pay for the death of my brothers. Orcs, wargs.
The Treb Dumverdane have allied themselves with Carn Doom.
See, he says it so much better than I do. The Treb Dumverdane press us from every opportunity. I can't do that except for very long. We must oppose them with all of our strength, but still Cragnog insists on caution. Caution! They serve as the commanders of the Angmar now, and they carry their tokens. In return for their bondage, the Treb Dumverdane have been given the fortress city of Tor Galvin. We must take these tokens from them and show them that Trev Galarg will not stand for such betrayal. And then that's what he wants me to do. So, cool. So we're going to, I'm going to turn this one off for now. We don't need that. This does show some of these are fellowship quest. So we're not going to, I don't need the Iron Cave Captain anymore. Because... Is that the one? Yeah. And these are level 43. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop a experience so that we get a little bit faster. I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of other quests because I know there's probably some more quests around, but we'll focus on these three for the camera. Actually, I was incorrect. There's actually not that many other quests around. There was one to send me to Fortune, which is a little bit higher zone, and I don't know that we're going to do Fortune on camera. It's kind of a cool zone. I like it, but it is very big and spread out, and it's kind of just off lore. In fact, he mentions it, like that the Fellowship had mentioned that they were going to go there, they were going to go through there, but it doesn't really talk a lot about it. So it's one of those areas where they kind of took liberty with the lore and was able to kind of fill in this area and create this area that we didn't have know a lot about. So it's kind of cool, and they kept with as much lore as was there. So here's some of the wargs. Sound like there was one behind me. So I need to kill 8 of those, which is going to be pretty quick considering, look, all over the place. Wargs get to be a bigger and bigger nuisance as you go through the lore and through the game. Heavily used by Sauron's army and stuff. So we're going to keep doing that. I'm going to be... it looks like I need to head over here to this camp and to this camp. I think I'll work my way over here first. Okay, so I've defeated all of those wargs that I needed. And we're coming up to some kind of orc camp. And as you can see, when I hover over this, I've got these other things popping up. You can see like the Melodies of Valor, the Rising Chord, the Valor's Marches, Orc Slayer, and then of course the one that we're actually after, the Dark Raiders. Those other are virtues, I think is what they call them, and they're like legendary. And so you're going to collect a lot of these kind of pages just killing creatures around in Angmar and Misty Mountains and Fortune, like all of those. So you'll be picking up all of these just automatically, and it's just, yeah, it's going to happen mostly automatically. So let's get off the horse, and I'm sure somebody else knows more about them, so if you do, make sure you leave in the comments what that actually is. I'm not an expert at this game by any means. I'm just a dude playing through and enjoying the content. Right, so that popped, like we only need a few of these guys. There is a cave here. So we're gonna go inside. And once we get inside, look at that. That looks really cool. I think I need to take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Pretty neat. We're going to kill this skirmisher. Got a warg along with it too. All this kind of design. Healed up when I'm doing this kind of content. And I'm about finished up here. I didn't have very far in to finish up this quest. See, that's already... Oh no, I need one more. I thought I was almost done. Dang, just one more warrior here. Some of these are dying even just with a couple of shots. So they're not really too hard, even though it's a level 43 quest that I'm doing. So that's done. So we need to... I don't think I need to go further in this cave, at least not for right now. I don't even know how big it is. I mean, it looks like it's huge. I could be wrong, though. So I'm going to go outside, and we're going to go to the next little area to collect these skull amulets and bloodstone pendants. Okay, so I'm getting up into the area that it had suggested. This, what do they call it? I can't remember. The Tor Galvin. And you can see it's like this kind of set up area. It's got some wood. But I want to take a look at this. Like, take a look at the sky. The way some kind of electricity or something. It's just the evil of Angmar. Angmar is a really cool looking zone, and there's just a lot of cool things. Often whenever you're in Lord of the Rings Online, you really just need to kind of look around. Like, take a moment, quit killing, look up in the sky, look down below you, look in the water, look at just all of the things and how well this was all put together. Look how that suddenly changed. What is going on? Like, there's something going on in Angmar. Of course we know. Alright, so let's get a little bit closer. Okay, so I've made it to the front gate here. And let's just kill one of these guys. It's not showing that they're dropping the amulets and stuff, so I'm not sure. We may have to go further in to actually get the items we need. So let's kill them and see what happens. They are level 43. And it didn't drop what I needed. So we've got to go further in, which means I'm going to have to break through this gate. You can see I've got this outline here, this red outline. I think it's because of the statue, and it's going to give me some kind of dread or something. Like, what was that? So, let's see. It's Evil Presence. Resist fear by 40. 64 shadow damage every 4 seconds. And +2 dread. So, not good to be inside these zones. So, if I'm fighting, probably when I get outside of the zones. Oh my. Alright, so 2 of them is probably the limit. Don't want to pull more than that. Let me work my way a little further in. Oh, and as I go in, Tor Galvin. Now I've actually kind of made it around the little entrance here. You can see there's the entrance right over here. I came around here. Now the people inside of here actually have the items. So you do have to just go further in. There's a distinction between them on what the areas, on whether they drop the amulets and bloodstones. And they, so we don't have to kill that many even. So that's really good. So maybe just 6 of them, and that'll work. That'll be awesome. Very cool. I'm going to go in here and just see. Is there anything else? Nope, just a tent. So, what is that over there? A Fell Spirit. Looks like they're worshipping that. Sorcerer Thaith. Oh, he summoned that. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to just do a few more in here, and then I'm going to get out and go back and turn these in. Finish that up, so I'm going to return back to Aughaire. And that's on like a 5-minute cooldown, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's talk to Wraith first.
I do not know what will become of my people.
The evil lords of Angmar must be very displeased. Now with Trev Duvidane that we're giving Tor Galvin, for you have bloodied their noses with your attack. I will tell Kragnar of your success, and he will have no doubt of it. These amulets and pendants sing of your victory. We're going to get this gem, but I'm using this token to give me extra experience, so it's not going to be something I use. Oh, okay. Let's do... And let's talk to Osbale.
Will you be sojourning
You've
here?
done very well against the wargs. I will tell Kragnar the victory. And...
Will you be sojourning?
My brothers would be pleased by your service in their honor. I give you thanks to their steed for the slaying of the orcs in Morphil. For my part, I believe you're trustworthy, but it is up to Kragnar to rule on this matter. The loop... And that may be something I use, especially if it's a set. But we'll see. I need to pick that. And now we can talk to Kragnog and tell him how awesome we are.
Greetings, Suffolk.
I have been told of your success. You have taken the first steps on the path, but the road is winding, and you have just begun to walk on it. Not all need be as suspicious as I, for the duty of the chieftain is to be guarded in all dealings with outsiders. Finan, east of here, at the center island of Aughaire, has heard of your victories and wishes to speak with you. But, Finan, I am not yet certain of your worth. Oh no. But we are going to get some new shoes.
Would you lend me a moment of your time?
Some of my people are satisfied with your deeds, but there's still more to be done if you hope to be accepted by the Trev of Aughaire. The short path may be stomached by the treacherous. The longer the road, the more sure I can be of your nature. Speak with Lekhina, Cameron, and Rona here in Aughaire, and perform the tasks that they ask of you. If I am satisfied in the reports of you, we may discuss your fim. You will find these 3 near the center island of the settlement. Your fim. That's what he was talking about the last time we were here in the last episode. And here they are in the center island. We're going to talk to them and complete their quest. You can see there's another side quest here that's got a thing. This is a...
Would you do something for me?
Just an instance that you can do. It's a fellowship instance, but it costs another $1.95. And let's talk. He was saying she needs her trust as well. I have heard of your task, Dizzarian, and know exactly how you can prove your worthiness to me and to us all. This land must be coaxed to give us food, but she is more generous with gems such as bloodstones, which we use in several crafts. But the shiny stones attract more than Trev, who goes searching for them. The hill beast covet the bloodstones and will often fight to the death to recover them. Once the creatures have attained such bloodstones, the gems loses its shine. Only through the secret ways of the Trev can the shine be returned to the stones. Show me your metal and recover dull bloodstones from the hill beast. Do that. Rona.
There are many
Kragnar is waiting for my judgment of your worth. This is no small burden, and I will not make my decision lightly, but I thank him for your attention. For there is something you can do to earn my judgment. My brother Tasgal is a hunter of no small worth, but he has not returned from his latest foray into the wild. I ask that you travel north into the lands and search for my brother. Give him your aid. If he deems you worthy, so too will I, and Kragnar will hear of your deeds.
It has been long since
I know of your
known
test,
peace.
and I'm prepared to do my part. You have already been to the fortress of Torgalvan, and the home that was given to the Trev by their masters. The evil that sits in Carn Dûm Wrath believes that wresting the tokens of the enemy from the Trev of Torgalvan is enough. I do not agree. Return to Torgalvan northeast and destroy the standards that fly above its walls. This will send a clear message to the Trev and their masters. And I'm sure of it. If you do this, I will tell Kragnog of tell of your success. Okay. And finally, Finnem.
I would speak with you, Sothran.
Kragnog is chieftain of Aughaire, and he is right to challenge outsiders to prove their worthiness. But I, Finnem, have always prided myself on my keen eye and keener judgment. I know you are to be trusted, and that you will bring glory to the Trev of Aughaire. You have already ventured into the fortress of Torgalvan, northeast of the settlement, and taken the prizes of Trev Duverdane from them. The traitors will surely rue their loss and question whether their loyalty was given too quickly to the savage rulers of this land. But their treachery runs deeper than greed, for the tribe of orcs is quartered in the cave of Bruzim Pashdug, just north of Torgalvan. The Trev have these orcs for neighbors, and this is the treachery so low that even their greed cannot justify it. Travel to Bruzim Pashdug with an ally or two and slay the orcs. Okay, so this one's supposed to be a small fellowship. I don't know we'll get to do that. That's the reason he was not one of the people, is because that one's a fellowship quest. So I'm going to turn this one off. And we'll see if we can do that fellowship quest. I doubt we can. If the last episode was any indication, because we tried one of the fellowship quests and got so I'm going to go back out and see what we can see. Oh, there's a name. Grimgore. I wonder if I could take him. 5k. I might be able to if he doesn't bring a friend. I don't know what he can. Let's see. I'm going to try it. Always have to try. He may hit me way too hard, though. Yeah, he's hitting me pretty hard. So I'm doing a lot of damage to him. It's just a matter if I can out-heal him. I'm gonna get him, actually. Oh no. Stuns are not good. Awesome. Okay. Exceptional hide. So I don't know if it was really worthwhile, except maybe the experience. But we're moving in further. And there's a tree here in the middle of a lake. This must be her brother that went hunting. I think that's what she said it was. So let's talk to Tascal.
You are a stranger to these lands.
My sister sent you? She worries always, despite my assurance, but you are not one of the Trev and do not have them. I will help you test your strength, and perhaps my task here will go more quickly for it. The hill beast of the Nad have proven a savage menace.
Come hither, Southron.
I came from Aughaire intending to halt the spread of the hill beast further into Fash Laran, but the creatures are too many. If you are deserving of friendship of the Trev, you will aid me with my charge. Northwest of here, you will find a sloping path into the Nathair. It is a place of menace. From there come hill beast and prowl the Fash Laran. Defeat many of them. Okay, that's good, because that's we already have another quest to defeat them, so this is going to work out. He said to the north east, so like up in this area. Okay, let's go over here and see what we can fly. Okay, yeah, and as I start to go up in the hills, here we've got brutal hill beast. Okay, so I've been fighting these guys. Something to note. It's easy to get an aggro on these guys, and they will kind of overwhelm you, but fear does not work on them. So, you know, I don't know if I knew that. Certain evils fleeing in terror, just certain evil foes. So this doesn't work on everybody, and it definitely doesn't work on these guys. Here, I'll show you. See, it just says invalid target. It's not like it cast and fail. It just invalid target, invalid target. So be careful with that. About finished collecting the bloodstones, and I'll get through the hill beast on the rest. Okay, so I've come back to the tree in the lake, and we're going to talk to Tascal.
You are a stranger.
I have. I'm glad to hear it. For now, we may proceed to the next step of our hunt.
I would speak with you, Southron.
Alright, let's see what his next quest is.
Would you
The Hills
lend me a
Beast
moment
are
of your
hunting in Fashlaran are bred of two mighty creatures, Bangrath and Mugrath, too aged and cautious to be caught unaware, but that is precisely what we must do. Hills Beasts thrive on a large crawlers that infest Fashlaran. With each, we might be able to lure Bagrath and Mograth out of hiding. I care not where the crawlers come from, but there are many of them throughout Fashlaran. Kill crawlers wherever you can find them and bring the remains to me. I will prepare a mixture that may seem repulsive to you and me, but will be hard for our foes to resist. Okay, so the crawlers are just like all over the place. We've been seeing them as we go. It's find one. No, finally, right here alongside the road. And I got surprised by where I was hiding in the shadows. Alright, let's kill the rest of the crawlers and we'll go lure out these two hill beasts. Okay, so I picked up the crawler meat. Let's see what he says. The remains of these crawlers are not pleasant to smell or look upon. But trust me when I say they are a delicacy to the creatures we hunt. I will prepare bait from this with which we can draw Bagrath and Mugrath out of the hiding.
There are many urgent
We have what we need to draw them. And let us travel into Nathair and use this bait to put an end to their menace. Tell me when you're prepared. Oh, we're going to get a little instance. How about that? Let's do it. Oh. Gotta kill somebody first. Travel now. Ooh.
Two terrible beasts, Bangrath and Muragrath, threaten the safety of the Trave Galorg, the hillmen of Aughaire. Their reign of terror must be put to an end.
Let's do it.
You are a stranger.
I have the crawler remains you
lands.
gathered. Do you smell their awful stench? To these hill beasts, this odor will be impossible to resist. Let us begin our hunt, and we will lure Bangrath and Mugrath from hiding. Keep a watchful eye, for hill beasts will be drawn to the scent of the bait I carry. Okay, let us go. Do not let the rain interfere with your concentration. Okay. Good, I didn't expect to be doing an instance today. We are seen, Hobbit. Steel yourself. There are more hill beasts approaching. Where? We make our stand here by this tree. More hill beast. We are safe for now, but we must press on. I will put the bait on the flat stone, Dizing. Ready yourself. Ooh. This will call Bangrath and Mugrath. I'm sure of it. And he got aggroed. On the rear. Bangrath is here. He's got 9k in health. It's gonna take a while to defeat. Of course, this guy's actually doing damage, so it's not too bad. Not gonna have to heal. I'm wondering if this was a fellowship or that's kind of cool. Thus ends Bangrath. She will no longer cause us pain, but where is Mugrath? I don't know. You tell me. Hold, Dizing. I hear footsteps approaching. Uh-oh. What is this? What? Stay alert. I thought I smelled odor of the Trev galore here. And you thought it was just the smell of Hillbeast? You are not worthy of notice, Drosten. I would not sully my blade with your blood. Strong words from a coward such as Tascal. You have not called for a coolith against us. You tremble at the memory of our strength. Drosten, we have to go. Something comes. I hope this hobbit can fight, Tazgul. You are on your own. And there she is. Get a little aggro before I really start piling on. glorious Dizing, despite the interference from Drustin. We have done very well this day, despite with the interference with the Trev. Tell me if you are ready to return. Yes, let's do it. The Trev Druvdane and the Trev Gilarg were once one people, but over the years they grew apart, splintered as tribes sometimes do. There was always hope we would one day be reconciled, but that hope is now gone. Drustin spoke of Kukath, a ceremonial combat that was once used to determine the ruling order of the various tribes. The last Kukath has called many years ago, and the San, the warrior of Trev Galore, was slain. But this is not the time to speak of such things. Our victory over the hill beasts should be not tainted by such unhappy memories. You have aided me with my femme, and that brings honor to both of us. Go now to my sister Rona, and tell her that I shall soon return to Aughaire. Where did you say she was? The center island of Aughaire, east of the ruling seat. Yeah, that is where you will find her now, I expect. Go with many thanks, and do not worry about Drustin's cruel taunts. He is an unworthy people. Cool. So we found a little bit more lore about these guys, how they used to be one tribe. I guess they were leading up to that. I just didn't really catch it. Not too surprising. I don't catch a lot of things. But we got just one more. We need to destroy some of these standards up there at the Tor Galvin, and then we can go back to camp. Okay, so I've made it here to the camp. You can see once you get right outside, there's actually 2 standards right there. So it's going to be pretty easy to complete this. Let me kill these guys fast. I love AoEs. I wonder if there's... Is there a class in Lotro that has a lot of AoE damage? I wonder. I haven't actually looked into that. I usually like classes that have a lot of AoE. So anyway, I'm going to finish killing these, or destroying these standards, and then we're going to head back to camp. So actually, beside... There was this Dark Hunters, and it's kind of on the other side of Targaval. It looks like it's just defeating these guys, which they're a little high up. I mean, they're not that bad. We should be able to get them. I don't think this is going to be too... I guess we'll see. Let's try it. I think this other guy's going to die. So it's definitely something in our reach. I'm not sure if that was the... Yeah, this one's the small fellowship one. Interesting. So, yeah, we can still do it. So, I'll clean up these guys and we'll head back to camp. Okay, so I've made it back to camp. Let's turn this in. Let's talk to him first, since he was the group
Trust
quest.
does not come easily
I
among
rejoice
the
at your
Trade
victory.
Galore.
I knew I was right to give you the trust. The Trev Druvdane will surely see that you have done what they should have, and will feel remorse at their failing. It's all starting to make sense now. That's a medium armor, that's two-handed axe, and that staff. It doesn't matter then. Dadgummit. I was hoping we'd get something good for that. Let's talk to her.
Trust
Lakina.
does not come
You
easily
have done
among
very
the Trade
well.
Galore.
I will tell Cragnar the service and polish these dull bloodstones to the sheen they deserve. They will then be used to craft by my people. Is this a new sword? No. Let's talk to him.
Trust does not come
Cameron?
easily among
You
the
have
Trade
returned
Galore.
alive from Torgalvan. I'd delight to see it. The standard no longer fly above the fortress. I will tell Cragnog of your victory over the Trev Druvdane. But for my part, I am satisfied. You can call you friend. Good. And finally, tell her that her brother
You are a
is doing
stranger
well.
to these lands.
Tazgal is safe, and you have helped to bring his femme to fruition. I am delighted that this is so. I will tell Cragnog of this at once. You have my thanks and my good wishes, and Trazgal's as well. I am sure of it. We of the Trev do not forget such deeds you have done. Ooh, that is a very nice cloak. Definitely going to get that. And 41. So that is awesome. I still have my experience boost going. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. So I only did through partial of that, but did do quite a bit of time on this episode. But let's talk to Cragnog.
You are a stranger to these lands.
Your tale grows with every challenge I set before you. Many of my people call you friend, and I count on you now among my people, Southron. There is always more to be done, and those of us of the Booth Sankas will welcome you to their service. The booth is southeast of the market of Aughaire. Your path does not end here, Dizzing. It begins. Ooh, gloves of Fim. Nice. Nice.
There are many urgent matters to discuss.
Long have I served my people as chieftain, and I have given many dozens Fim to those of age among my people, and those few travelers I deem worthy of calling friends. Oh, that was a new deed. It is a heavy burden for a Fim, is not to be granted lightly. It is beyond the reach of one whom it is assigned. The blame falls upon me as chieftain. I give you now your Fim. I give to Dizzing, hobbit from the south, this Fim. To begin the right of Kulkath, the ancient privilege and burden of the Trev Galorg. It has been long since Kulkalath has been called, and the memory of the last is grim, but its time has come again. Thus, Dizzing's Fim given. So this is like Fim is your destiny. Wraith will tell you of what the Fim involves, Dizzing. Speak with him at once. And we're going to get the pants as well. Nice. So let's talk to him to see what is involved.
You risk your life to come
I am
here.
happy that Cragnog has given you Fim, but I am surprised that he's chosen you to begin the rite of Kulkath. In ages past, each of the tribes selected a warrior to fight on its behalf in the ceremonial combat called Kulkath. The victorious tribe was understood to become the leader of all the others until such time as another Kulkath was called. It has been many years since the last, during which the Trev Dizzarian violated the laws of mercy required by the ceremony and slew our champion. North of Aughaire is a hilltop where the Kulkath has always been held. The place is called Fail Akur. Travel to there, and when you reach it, you must turn northeast. After some distance, you will... Atop is the final slope lies the Clarion of Honor. Climb the Clarion, I guess, and retrieve the stones of Kulkath from atop it. Then bring the stones to Cragnar. You must trust our chieftain. He believes that time has come for Kulkath. He surely has some knowledge of what we do not. So they want me to be their champion. So I'm going to go to here and pick up these stones. Okay, so it looks like I've made it here. There are some Dizzarian here. Some statues. Looks like the stone is up here on top. Okay, just get up there. Stone of Kulkath. That's it. And I can just teleport back. Okay, let's see.
Will you be
You have
sojourning
taken the
here?
stone of Kulkath. It is now only a matter of time before the greatest warriors of the Trev Galore will face champion of the Trev Dizzarian, and much will be decided. The warriors of Booth Look will now speak with you concerning tasks for which they desire your aid. Help them if you will, but know that you have another obligation. Your Fim is not yet complete. Get these leggings, which I really
It
want.
has been long since we've known peace.
Okay. By taking the stone of Kulkath, you have set in motion a wave that cannot be avoided. We must move to conflict with the Trev Dizzarian, and we must prepare for the coming storm. There can be no more hiding and no more flinching from battle. We will stand or fall by the outcome of Kulkath, and for that we need the strongest warrior to represent the Trev Galorg of Aughaire. Could it be you, Southron? That you are? Is it possible, if unlikely, your Fim becomes to find out? Mighty are the warriors of Aughaire. I set you now before them. Test your skill and valor against these, and we will see if your destiny leads you to the Kulkath. Fongla of the Booth, Mordic as strong as the Uruks he tends, Wraith can tell you of them. If you desire to know what you will face, prove your worth of us by defeating them. If you succeed, we will know the truth of your strength. So we got to defeat these guys to get the shoulders of them. We're going to talk... No, wait, is this? So these are the people here. And we're going to... we have to defeat them to prove that we're worthy of it. Okay.
You do not prove.
I'm ready for you, Sazerac. I have the strength of Uruks. If you are the one to face Trev, the Druvidane, you must be strong indeed. Let us battle and shout our challenge to the skies. Oh. You're not that strong. Very good. You have bested him. Who's next? Faradoc. If I know you to sing, I know you're
slave
good.
us.
If this is the fate for you, our battle will reveal it. Prepare. Face me now. Okay. Easy, quicker than the other. You worthy doing battle. Oh, there's a lot of quests in here I didn't even pick up. I guess maybe we'll do that another time. I want to do the final one here.
The difficulties
Here's
we face.
Fonghala. I guess that's how you say it. I just like that name. I've been waiting for you since the moment you took the stone of Kolkath, the cairn of honor. Are you to be the warrior that represents Trev Galore in the upcoming storm? Let our battle show us the way. Easy. Let's go back to Cragnog. You have
The hills
defeated
of
three of
Angmar are
Augmar's
not
mightiest
friendly to the
warriors.
unwary.
There's one more among us that may be your equal, and you must face him at last.
Would you lend me a moment of your time?
Your film draws near to its fulfillment, Southron. There's one less warrior you must defeat, and if you prove to have the mastery, you will fight for Trev against the Trev Durdane. Your opponent is named Nektan, and he is the son of the last warrior to engage the Kolkath, the very Kolkath where the Trev Durdane listened to their Aughairian masters and violated the rules of the right. Though he sued for mercy, the mercy of the Kolkath should have been granted. Nektan's father was slain by Aughaire, warrior of the Trev Durdane. That was the act by which we knew the Trev Durdane could not be redeemed and were lost to us, though we shared kinship in years gone past. There's a great tree to the east of Aughaire, and Nektan goes there to train in skill of combat. Leave Aughaire, heading north, then turn east and follow the line of the hills short distance until you see the great tree in the basin to the north. Defeat Nektan and return to me for my judgment. Okay, one more to fight. I can see the great tree in the distance. Kind of looks like that other one that was over there that the hunter was near. Let's talk to Nektan.
Our foes are without
I've been
honor.
too long in training here in the wild, stranger, for I've heard naught of your deed. You have a fim to earn the right to do battle at Kolkath? That is foolishness. The Trev Durnedane do not hold by the tenets of the right. Listen to the one who knows of these things. I have honed my body to a knife's edge so that I may exact my vengeance upon them and upon their Aughairian masters. I will not willingly stand by while you attempt to take my place in the Kolkath unless you prove to have the mastery. We fight. If you deserve the honor of standing against the Trev Durnedane, you must prove to me that you are a stronger warrior. Okay. I didn't really want to aggro that. strength is great, but I remain unsatisfied. Okay, I guess we're going back. I'll talk to Cragnog. Okay, we've done it.
Trust does not come easily among the
You have
Trev
defeated
Galorg.
Necthan and earned the right to stand for the Trev Galorg in Kolkath against the Trev Durnedane. This is the chance for great honor, Southron, and a chance to show our foes that the Trev Galorg are not to be dismissed so readily. We will stand against them, and you will be the warrior to remind them of our opposition. So we get a new robe. As you can see, it's the robe of Fem, which my robe is actually a little better, but when I equip this, it won't be. You can see I'm already equipping 3 of these Fems, and so I'm going to have a full set, which will give me an extra 13 Vitality, Will, and Fate, which is going to be much better than what I am wearing, even though the armor is a little bit less.
I would speak with you, Southron.
The time Kolkath is upon us, and you must prepare yourself to do battle. Despite our prowess against the warriors of Trev Galorg, I will not be enough. You need a greater ally, that of knowledge. Many among the Trev Galorg witnessed the unlawful breaking of the rights of the Kolkath in which Nektar's father was slain, and they may have some words by which you will avoid a similar fate. Osbal, by my ruling seat, can tell you of how Nasan met his end and perhaps gave some manner of avoiding a similar fate. Cameron, at the center of the islet of Aughaire, will tell you which of the warriors of the Trev Durnedane you may be facing. Tazgul, hunter of the wild beasts southeast of Nazareth, may have learned something during his sojourn and will be of aid to you. Speak with these 3 and the others who may be able to help and return to me before long. The Kolkath will not wait forever. Okay, so he wants me to talk to these people just to find out a little more information.
Greetings, Southron.
I should have known when I helped me against the wargs that came from Vashalorn that you would bring great honor to the Trev, but I fear I may be too much for you. The Trev have already broken the rules of Kolkath once. Who will say they'll do it again? Our greatest warrior, Nasan, met Aughaire Craig, the sun rose. For a time, everything seemed to be as it should. First, Aughaire had the mastery, and then Nasan took the advantage. But as Kolkath drew on, the chieftain of the Trev Durnedane, Dumgart, became restless. Next to him sat 2 strangers, men from Carmduin, it is thought. This guy suddenly rose to his feet and gave forth a tremendous cry, a prearranged signal. Nasan's attention was diverted, and at the moment Avar knocked him to the ground, the Kolkath was over. But Dumnark was not satisfied, and he demanded that Avar slay her helpless foe. Then she did it, and it was clear that the Trev, our kin of old, were helplessly corrupted. Nasan's son, Nectan, swore to avenge his father's, but you must do it in his place, for you have bested him, and he is not fit to stand for the Trev. And in the Kolkath, be watchful, Dizing. When Kolkath begins, you must be prepared for anything. Okay, so they cheat by bringing in other opponents. All right.
Greetings, Southron.
I'm sure that the Durnedane have not forgotten how to destroy the standards and flew above. The warrior who slayed Nasan and sullied the right is named Aughaire, and she is a master of bloodied arts. She has slain many of our people in the years since the last Kolkath. Her name strikes fear into the hearts of all but Nectan, who have sworn to end her. Doomgart, leader of the Durnedane, surely think that Nectan will be our warrior. He may put forth Aughaire in the hope that Nectan will be blinded with rage and easily defeated is difficult to say, and there are others. Drustan of the Trev Durnedane is fierce, but his most recent battle ended in a cowardly retreat. He fought with Fonghala for one day on one night before he escaped. His favors fighting from a distance and fears the dangers of standing toe-to-toe with an opponent. He is surely hurting for the chance to redeem his honor. Perhaps I've been not a help at all, Dizing. Even so, I hope you can make use of what I've said. I'm not for sure that was useful. And I started to say, we got to go out to the little tree and talk to the hunter out there. All right, Tazgal.
Greetings, Southron.
I salute you. I have not yet returned to Aughaire, for I have been keeping watch on Nethir and ensure that the hill peace do not rise again. Rona will understand. You have been chosen a warrior for the Kolkath. I am frozen with amazement. I believe the death of Nasan and the betrayal of the Trev Durnedane have ended this right forever. You defeated Necthan in single combat? He cannot have been pleased with that. If Aughaire is chosen as the warrior of the Trev, Nictan will see a lost opportunity to avenge himself upon his father's murderer. I have carved a small figure from a tooth of Morgath and will like you to have it. Carry it among your belongings. Perhaps it will bring you fortune in the trials ahead. Oh. I have collected his gift. Let's go back to town. All right, let's tell you what we
does
found.
not come easily among
You
the
have taken the wisdom of my
Trev
people for your sake and the sake of the Trev Galorg. I hope you have, or at least I hope you have, Sothron. The Kulkath will soon begin at Falakoru. Speak to me when you're prepared, and we will go meet our destiny. Yes. Let's do it. It is a solo quest.
The free hillmen of Trave Galorg have long been in conflict with many of their sister tribes. Now they prepare again to face the Trave Duverdain in the rite of Flukath, a ceremonial rite of judgment.
Duverdain. Are you prepared, Dizzarian? The rite of Kulkath will determine the fortune of the Trev Galorg. But we must be on guard. Doomgart has been treacherous in the past, and there is a small reason to expect that today will be any different. But if you are victorious, it will mean much. It must be chanced. We're almost to Falakoth. Falakaru. That's what it is. Falakaru. I know this is getting to be a long episode, and I knew a lot of these Angmar episodes are going to be long. I'm just trying to get through the content. We have arrived and before the Trev Duverdain. Wait, they approach. It's that same guy, that Doomgart, Drustin, and Aughaire. We're going to have to kill all of these guys, I'm sure. By the way, this is my current outfit. I switched it just to see what the gear was looking like. I know all about the Southern Kregnor. I'm not impressed. Our friends in Karn Doom will crush you at the slightest word from me. The Trev Durnadan do not need respond to your invocations. You are frightened of us. You are spineless, Doomgart. Kana, be still. I am no coward. I do not shy from your feeble whatever that was. What is it? Protestations of strength. We will have Kulkath with 2 changes. There will be 2 warriors. Both Drustin and Aughaire will fight for the Trev Durnadan. Dizzarian, this is a trap. Drustin and Aughaire together? What is your second demand? That combat will be to the death. The Trev Durnadan do not engage in mock battles of children. Whatever, he's not of our tribe anyway. Yeah, thanks for just putting my life on the line. We accept Dizzarian will fight for our Trev Galorg. Yeah, what a jerk. I will fight alongside you, Dizzarian. Okay. We are Sothron and our problems are not yours, but still you fight for us. I stand with you. Okay. Fair enough. So be it. Drustin, Aughaire, kill them! I will kill you. Crap. We're gonna work on this guy first. I am defeated. Finish me. Finish me, you coward. You are spineless. It seems my choice of warriors was poor. Kill them. What? We will not. They will live. That is the law of Kulkath. The Trevgalorg show mercy even to you and yours, Doomgoth. Then you are weak and deserve their company. Are you going to fight me then, dude? I no longer count Aughaire and Drostan among the Trevdurdanane and strip them of their names. You have been victorious in the right of Kulkath. Okay, sweet.
You were a
The
stranger to
Trevgalor
these
have
lands.
triumphed. You have brought victory to Falacrur, where sorrow has reigned too long. Speak with me when you are ready. Return. I am ready. Do it. We will return. When we left it in doubt, we return now in certain victory.
Will you be sojourning
At last
here?
we have been redeemed and have triumphed over Trev Durnedane and their Angmarian masters. Nasan has been avenged and Doomguard has paid for his betrayal. He who was called Drostan has come to join the Trevgalorg, but his name is lost. He will be known henceforth as Soltok, he who is changed. She who was called Aughaire did not accept this choice. She is now neither Trevgalorg nor Trev Durnedane. She has done much evil and could only see that in others through Nectan might have forgiven her past. I feel she could not. She wanders now the trackless lands, a woman with neither name nor home. Your femme is at an end, and I salute you only as a chieftain of Trevgalorg, but as Kragnar, humble tribesman of the Aughaire, as well. Perhaps Tezgal's gift brought you good fortune after all, and perhaps it did not. May you decide yourself whether you believe in it, but believe always in yourself, friend Dizing. I deem that you make your own fortune. Very cool. I really enjoyed that storyline. Pretty neat stuff.
I would speak with you, Southron.
So, your victory has driven the Trev Drunedane into the north, and my people have retaken Fail Acraw. But we cannot yet rest. Return to that place and speak with Kana if you wish to aid us further against the Trev Durnedane. Velacrua, yeah, I know where it's at. We were just there, dude. Okay, so looks like in that next episode we're going to be going back. We're going to be going to a new area, basically, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I might finish up some quests between now and then before I head to that area, just to kind of push along my level. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up and leave any comments that you may have. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Please, please, please. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. So, till next time. Bye.